It blew right through us. 50 cal, rockets, didn't do a thing.
Where's the rest of your platoon?
Wasted, Sarge.
And we will be too, sir, if we don't get the hell out of here.
You hit Marine?
No, sir.
Then listen up. Usually the good Lord works in mysterious ways, but not today. This here is 66 tons of straight up, H-E spewing divine intervention. If God is love, then you can call me Cupid.
What about that scarab?
We've all run the simulations. They're tough, but they ain't invincible. Stay with the Master Chief. He'll know what to do.
Yes, sir, Sergeant.
Thanks for the tank. He never gets me anything.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
They also like Episode 3 of Let's Play Halo 2. Welcome back. This is Level 3, Metropolis, and it's the tank mission a lot earlier than Halo CEs, and I'm just going to say this now. There's also a lot more tank in Halo 2, which is good, because it's a major upgrade over the Halo 1 tank, to say the least. Well, it's a lot more accurate, but it does have reduced firepower. But it's more than worth the trade-off, I think. Although, you can no longer one-shot ghosts anymore. Now, one of the starter Marines starts off with a rocket launcher, so you want to try and keep him alive as long as possible.
Enemy ghosts.
This opening bit is pretty chill, basically. The main thing to keep in mind, just kind of, you don't want to stand still too long because that'll let the Wraith mortar you, and don't let the ghosts get behind you. Basically are the main things. Now, Wraiths have also been upgraded. The main thing is they have a lot more health now. And remember that, well, I mean, that's true in general, but also remember that vehicle health is tied to driver health. It's one thing that makes this game a little annoying, or the vehicle segments at least, because sometimes, for example, the pilot of the Wraith can be an elite miner, and you can pack them up real fast. Sometimes it'll be an elite ultra, and it'll take forever. You kind of saw that with the Shadows. But the rocket launcher helps a lot. I would say, you know, take pot shots at the Wraith whenever you have a free moment, when you're not being harassed by ghosts. I did a quick playthrough of this game on normal, or this level on normal, with bonus footage. I have to say, this bridge has a lot more ghosts on Legendary. Almost let that one get behind me. But yeah, just keep moving, keep your distance from the Wraith, take pot shots, and you should get past that part no problem. Just showing off the skybox of this level because I think it looks cool. But yeah, this is considered one of the best levels in the franchise. I've never been a particularly big fan of it. It's okay. But, I mean, there's a lot to like about it, but there's a lot to dislike. As you'll see. So, when the music starts up, you want to slow down because there's some phantoms that approach on both sides, and then there's a second Marine with a rocket launcher who will hop on your Scorpion, but more dangerously, a Banshee spawns in behind you now. Banshees are supremely dangerous in Halo 2 Legendary. After the Banshee, there will be a Phantom carrying a Wraith. You can actually shoot the Phantom so that it drops the Wraith into the ocean, and that's one less Wraith you have to deal with in the upcoming part. But be careful, because a second Banshee spawns in behind you. You might remember in Halo 1, Banshees were kind of a joke. You could totally take them out on foot. They were very fragile. Not the case in Halo 2. Halo 2 Banshees are incredibly deadly. They can actually... not always, but they can actually tank a shot from the Scorpion's main cannon. They're ridiculously tanky in Halo 2. Not the pushovers of Halo 1. Ghosts are still pretty easy to deal with, though, which is why they throw like a million at you. Scorpion still has the secondary machine gun. It's more accurate, and it's a lot better in this game, as you can see. I use it to kind of lead my shots and keep enemies at bay. The rocket launcher marines aren't like super helpful in this part, but that was a nice kill on the ghost there that he got. And you want to keep them alive for later. Remember that vehicle damage is only cosmetic in Halo 2, so even though your tank is smoking, no big deal. Still, you want to avoid taking too much damage because any damage done to the vehicle is transferred to the passengers. And remember that unlike you, the Marines don't have regenerating shields and health, so eventually, if you take too much damage, they're going to die. And you'll lose your rocket launcher buddies. Music's really good in this part, that's for sure. Wow. You know, Let's Players shouldn't just hum the music. That's a sign that they've run out of commentary, which I haven't. I have a lot of things to discuss in this level. It's just kind of lose track of my train of thought. Right. So, well, there's a dangerous part coming up here. Waiting.
That's quite a welcome party.
Yeah. So when Cortana says that, 3 Banshees are going to spawn in front of you. Don't worry about any more spawning in behind you once you're done with that. You're definitely going to want to keep your distance. You probably don't have to be as extreme as I'm being, but you know, I try to keep deaths to a minimum in these videos. Yeah, I know. But still. Now, after you take out the 3 Banshees, there's going to be, I think, 2 or 3 Ghosts up next. So, you're not quite done yet. Like Cortana said, this is just the welcome party.
There's another one. Stand tall, man.
Good. Let's see, anything else I can think of to describe the vehicles? Oh yeah, well you'll probably notice that even the Ghosts are more tanky. After you take out the Ghosts, 2 more Banshees will spawn in. This time I kind of accidentally let one get too close to me, and you can see immediately just how dangerous Banshees are on Legendary. You might think they're flying ghosts, but they're substantially more dangerous than the Ghosts. Yeah, check this out. Look at how much damage this guy does. Like, a second, and half my shields are gone, but once you take out the Banshees, you will have to deal with some more Wraiths, 2 more Wraiths, or if you failed to knock the Wraith off the Phantom earlier, 3 Wraiths. But when there's a lot of cover in the way, Wraiths are pretty easy to deal with. Oh, one kind of annoying thing in Halo 2, vehicles, like, after you destroy them, they explode again, you know, because it looks cool. It's cool and all, but those explosions can actually do damage to you. They can do damage to your Marines. You know, I've had Marines die because a Ghost, like, detonated next to me while I was driving. It's a little annoying. So, that part's not so bad, just once you learn when the Banshees spawn in behind you and when the Banshees spawn, and you have a kind of a chill drive, although not too chill. There's a grunt and an elite on the left, and then on the right, there's going to be a grunt hiding behind the car. He can definitely stick you with a plasma nade. You miss him. Alright. Now here comes the start of the hard part. Now I'm being a little careful with my fire here. You can probably see some Jackal shields. I don't want to hit too far to the left because there's a weapon on the left and I don't want it to go flying. And you can see a Warthog drop off 2 Marines for you.
Secure the area.
It's tight quarters on the other side, sir. Use this.
Now, I wouldn't use a shotgun if it was the last gun on a Halo 2 shotgun if it was the last gun on Earth, but if you come over to the left here, you can get a beam rifle, so you wouldn't want to use the shotgun anyway. Now, I did my best to try and keep the Marines alive. You know, I brought 2 rocket launcher Marines in here. I did everything I could, but I can't account... Yep, yeah, they blow themselves up. I was very tempted to restart here, but I decided to press on. You know, we roll with the punches on this channel, usually. All my Marines ended up dying because they blew themselves up and got out of position. Be careful here, because there's a Jackal sniper. I got super lucky there. Yeah, seriously, no. Yeah, he got stuck behind cover, so I was able to get him. If he didn't, I think he would have killed me now. Here's a little trick. There's some cheap Halo 2 invisible elites hiding behind the corner, ready to ambush you, but you can actually get the drop on them. Pretty cool. Those guys... So, I do my best to keep my remaining Marine alive.
I lost
Hypothetically, if you get lucky enough, and I do say lucky because, like, I don't feel like there was much I could have done to prevent them from blowing themselves up. Oh, be careful, because there's a second Jackal sniper, yeah. And believe it or not, there's actually a third Jackal sniper. He's in the hallway, up ahead, but if you make too much noise, you can sometimes attract his attention and he'll rush in and join in for this encounter. It's a little cheap. But yeah, those stealth elites I think are only there on Legendary, or at least they're definitely not there on Normal. Yeah, beam rifle, super good at taking out elites. It takes out minors and majors with 2 shots, as long as one of them is a headshot. Ultras are quite a bit more durable, but it does still do a good job. Speaking of higher ranking elites, on Legendary there's a Zealot here, but he's not so bad. Now, I figure I'll make the most of a bad situation. I have one Marine, so let me go find one of the dropped rocket launchers. If you're going through this part and one of your Marines with the rocket launchers dies, make sure you pick up the rocket launcher so that it doesn't despawn and you can give it to any Marine survivors. I almost forgot to do that, but luckily for me, the rocket launcher stays there this time, although the other one despawned. Then I need to. Okay, so when you you can't trade a weapon that you already have. Oh, by the way, forgot about the Jackal sniper. Jackal sniper. Yep, all that setup instantly gone because I forgot about that guy. But all right, I cut back here. But this time, for whatever reason, well, I decided to go forward a little bit to deal with the Jackal sniper. This time, the Marine doesn't stay put and charges ahead, so I have no choice but to follow after her, because she's just going to get herself killed and alert all the enemies in the process. Now, here's a rare stealth kill. Jackal sniper. So first things first, take out that grunt on the plasma turret, and then there's a Jackal sniper to the right. You want to take him out. Sometimes there will be an elite ultra in this encounter. God, okay. So this is where things start to go horribly wrong. There's a sniper rifle over here I should have grabbed in hindsight, but or at least kept the beam rifle, but I didn't. Yeah, sometimes there'll be an ultra over there. Assuming you want to do this fight legit, you'd want to take him out. You can see the Scarab in the distance, moving through the city, tearing things up. Now, there's a new type of warthog here. It's called a Gauss hog.
Use you on the gun, Chief.
You'd want to do a better job of... Yeah, I get insanely lucky there. The Jackal prioritized destroying the Warthog, killing the Warthog over me, so I lose my Gauss hog. This encounter is insane without the Gauss hog, because I'm not kidding here. It's a pseudo-infinite Jackal sniper spawner. Luckily, it's the only one in the game, but there are 14 Jackal snipers here, and they spawn one at a time, so I'm just going to sneak past and run past without the Gauss hog. But luckily, it's not so bad. This is where things really start going wrong. There's 2 Jackal snipers at the end. You should be safe from them back here, but you're not safe from the Brave. At this point, you would want some kind of sniper and the rocket launcher to deal with the ghosts. There are 2 ghosts initially in the encounter, but if you take too long, 2 more will come in from the left. Now, for whatever reason, I think because the Elite was higher ranking, this is an Elite Major, that's good because that lets me show off a new mechanic, vehicle hijacking. You just get near an enemy in a vehicle and you can kick them off and take the vehicle yourself. It works on wraiths, but there's 2 ghosts that are going to be spawning in, so they would just shoot you off and kill you, so I decided to just move on ahead. So I try and set up Rocket Hall here. I was going to spoil this now, this does not go well. But incidentally, speaking of warthogs, when you first get into that tunnel, what you would want to do, ideally, is you can actually get that warthog the Marines are driving. You can get it into that Jackal sniper area, and it makes that whole area a lot easier, and you can easily cheese it with that.
There are a number of Marines trapped in that building.
Speaking of Jackal snipers,
Concentrate
turn
on
to
the
corner.
wraiths. They're the biggest threat.
You sure about that?
Concentrate on the wraiths. They're the
And I
biggest
died
threat.
again. This is why you want the sniper, but here's a death because of the Marine. He crashed right into me and stripped my shields, and despite my best efforts, the ghost killed me, yeah. This was a train wreck of a mission, that's for sure. Everything went wrong.
You might want to keep your head down, sir.
Yeah, you don't say. So the strat, ideally, would be to keep your initial set of Marines alive and
Okay,
give them all
enemy
rocket
spotted.
launchers and sniper rifles. But, okay. So if you're back here,
There are a
you're
number of Marines trapped in that building, Chief.
just out of range of the Jackal
Concentrate on the
sniper.
wraiths. They're the biggest threat.
This is me pushing forward to find out exactly how close I have to be to headshot them. And I finally get them, but my Marines drive off without me. And then they stand perfectly still as, yeah.
Cabron!
So I see one alive, so I'm like, okay, I can't get Rocket Hog, but I can at least get a Marine with a rocket launcher in the hog. But then he dies too. So I kind of regret doing this. So I do reset here. I normally try not to do that. I did it because I was thinking like I wasted all the ammo in the rocket launcher, but you can totally just board the Wraith. It's a little risky. I should have at least tried. It probably wouldn't have worked.
Concentrate on the wraiths. They're the biggest threat.
Now, I decide at this point, okay, so I don't even get the chance to set up Rocket Hog, because the stupid Marines just charge forward in the Warthog this time, so I decided to just improvise in the Ghost, and that ends up being the winning play. Ghosts are substantially better in Halo 2, the shots are much more accurate, they do more damage, they fire more rapidly, so Ghosts can actually fight tanks. And as you can see, the Wraiths have been upgraded too. They have little plasma cannons. The reason I run away there is because that Phantom is going to drop off 2 more Ghosts. So, you know, I don't want to be fighting a Wraith and 2 Ghosts at the same time. I'm going to try and draw the Ghost to me. Oh, and my stupid Marines died somehow. Not sure what killed them. Oh. So yeah, the strat would be keep your Marines alive as long as possible. You'll have like a bunch of rocket launcher and sniper rifle Marines to help you with the 14 Jackal snipers. You can get on the Gauss Hog, and then you can have a rocket Gauss Hog at this point. All the bonus footage in this episode will have what playing with the Gauss Hog is actually like. Because this level is the only one in the game that has it, so I kind of have to show it off. Felt a little bad, but this is illustrative of how even if things go horribly, terribly wrong, you can still pull through. You can still improvise and clutch out a victory. Somehow I survived that. Would you believe I only had 5 deaths this whole mission? Anyway, eventually, after the Phantom leaves, a friendly Pelican will come and help you out. And, that's a wrap. for this encounter. There's the secondary explosion. Once you killed the third wraith, the door behind you will open. The reason that third one took so long because that wasn't ultra.
Sir, Corporal Perez, A Company. CP's this way. The lieutenant got hit as soon as we dropped in.
Who's in charge now, Corporal?
Ways to go.
Sergeant Banks, ma'am. He's up top. Come on, I'll show you.
All right. So believe it or not, we're almost at the end of the level. This level's pretty short, actually.
When I asked for reinforcements, I didn't think they'd send a Spartan. We got trouble.
Oh no.
It's terror!
Marines, I give you permission to hit.
Now, you want to step back a little bit because the Scarab, it's rare, but it can like accidentally step on you depending on the outcomes.
Get their heads down.
Speaking of unexpected physics, yeah. Okay, so the Scarab always knocks down that metal pole, but this time it hit Sergeant Banks and killed him. That has never happened to me before. So now I have one less Marine. Not that it matters. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll show off what he's supposed to say in the bonus footage. But yeah, this mission did not go according to my plan at all. But believe it or not, I somehow still got the par score. So, yeah, okay. So, you can actually jump on, okay, you have to take out the Scarab now. To do that, you have to jump inside and destroy the pilots and the core. You can actually jump on it right now, but I wouldn't recommend that on Legendary. There's just so many enemies. And also, there's two Jackal Snipers in the Scarab. I almost get hit there, and I died to the water. Water, Master Chief's greatest enemy. Alright, but this time, this is how you're supposed to do it. Don't worry, yeah. I like to grab a rocket launcher and a sniper rifle. Keep in mind to lead your rockets, you gotta lead your rockets. I don't do a good job there, but that second one. So just be careful of the Jackal Snipers. And nothing else on the Scarab can really stop you, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend jumping on it on Legendary. There'll be a better opportunity to get on board. Plenty of rocket ammo and plenty of sniper ammo as you go along. You might be thinking, well, you know, wouldn't this be a good time to employ that strategy you were talking about in the last video, where you give your Marines power weapons? Probably, maybe obvious, but the Marines aren't smart enough to adjust for the, you know, needing to aim their shots forward, so it doesn't really work out. It's kind of just a waste of ammo that you could be using. And as you saw earlier in this level, I'm a bit wary of giving Marines the means to blow themselves up. Right? And once the elites start camping behind cover, it's a good time. It's a good time to whip out the sniper rifle. Sniping them can be a little tricky, but you only need to strip their shields. Kill them from behind cover with a rocket.
Can't go any further this way. We have it trapped.
No, not the waist-high wall. And then once you have it trapped, there's going to be one more wave. Covenant. One of them is
We're
an
going to have to board the Scarab.
elite major dual-wielding plasma rifles, so maybe don't board the Scarab just yet. Yeah, that guy. And that guy, too. Rare frag grenade killing an elite footage. Alright, so when you're ready to board the
Can't
Scarab...
do anything more to that Scarab from here. We need to
I
get
know.
inside it.
get rid of your sniper rifle for, you know, either the shotgun or the battle rifle, whatever you prefer. Now, inside, the crew is going to be 2 Grunt Ultras, each armed with a needler.
That elite was an ultra, and those pilots are no pushovers either.
2 elite majors, and then an elite ultra, so be careful going in, because you could very easily die here, yeah. What I like to do, once you shoot the grunt, and then that draws in the elite ultra to the entrance, he's more aggressive than the majors, so he'll charge you and then get himself killed very easily. And now all that's left is a grunt and then 2 elite majors. And those are, and you can get an easy stick on one of them. Both of them if you're fast enough. Just blow up the core. Shazam.
That's right, you mothers! Run!
Not if we can help it, Sergeant.
Extract the chief and return to an amberclad.
Roger that. Status.
Sir, the Prophet is bugging out. Request permission to engage.
Negative, Commander. I'll vector 2 heavies for Starside intercept.
Bam! Slip space rupture off the target's bow. It's going to jump inside the city.
There's no time, sir.
Green light to engage.
Punch it. Get us close.
Ma'am, without a destination solution.
We are not losing that ship.
And they died. The end. Now you play as Sergeant Johnson. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, pretty short mission, huh? It's because Bungie had to split the original mission in half. But, even the rest of this video is bonus footage, but even if you're somebody who doesn't like bonus footage, I hope you'll join me next time for Level 4, The Arbiter.
You hit Marine.
No, sir.
Then listen up. The chief is gonna jump in this tank, roll across the bridge, and blow up any inhuman son of a bitch dumb enough to get between him and the Prophet of Regret. Pull yourself together, because you're going with it.
What about that scare?
We've all run the simulations. They're tough, but they ain't invincible. Stay with the Master Chief. He'll know what to do.
Yes, sir, Sergeant.
So first things first, the Johnson speech at the beginning is different depending on the difficulty, and even the chapter title at the bottom right is different depending on the difficulty. Now, I'm actually in the remastered graphics. This is me just trying to show off what, ideally, what the experience in this level would be like, assuming you get lucky with the Marines that I did.
Go, go, go!
This is just on a normal difficulty. I didn't feel like playing through the entire mission again, just for bonus, on Legendary, just for bonus footage. But yeah. So assuming you're not on Legendary, and the Jackal snipers don't immediately kill this guy, you have a Gauss Hog. But what I wanted to do, this guy, even on Legendary, this guy has surprisingly good AI for a Halo. I'm serious. He drives better than some human players that I've encountered online. That's a little mean, but it's kind of true. But yeah, as you can see, this Gauss Hog, really powerful. It's basically like portable rocket launcher with better angle. Let's get back to the better graphic. No, I'm just kidding.
Check yourself, Marine.
But I figured, you know, the purpose of this is to kind of show off what playing with the Gauss Hog would look like. Again, this is the only level in the game you get to use the Gauss Hog, unfortunately.
Lock and load, 140 round clip. Hey, Mr. Spaghetti.
Also, it gives more screen time to one of the other sergeants in Halo, Sergeant Stacker. Those are the other two ghosts that spawn in if you take too long over here. They actually come from over the roof. They like drive over the roof. I didn't get a good view of it, but oh well. As you can imagine, if you can set up Rocket Gaussog, this whole section becomes substantially easier. But that kind of relies on it's not being stupid, so you know how it be.
There are a number of Marines trapped in that building, Chief. Concentrate on the Wraiths. They're the biggest threat.
Now we know that's not true, but still. But yeah. Ideally what you would do is you would take that sniper rifle from behind the border, from the boulder, and then you would get up against that back wall where the Jackal snipers can't get you, you'd snipe them, and then get in your Rocket Gauss and destroy everything. I didn't manage to do that, but... Oh, by the way, you can totally destroy these ghosts before they get dropped off. If you have a Rocket Gauss, it's very easy. Trivial, even. Although that's the one disadvantage of letting Stacker drive. He's a little bit... He prioritizes staying out of fire. But still, he's pretty good for a Marine for Halo AI. It's genuinely quite shocking. Because the universal experience is like you're fighting a Wraith and the Marine drives you straight into a boulder and you get blown up. Like you saw earlier, those Marines were... Oh, you can totally shoot the Phantom Jets off the Gauss Cannon.
There's a Marine command post in that building. We'll need to help them deal with that Scarab.
You say so.
Marine, time to kill off the Scarab.
Yeah, so assuming that Sergeant Banks doesn't get killed by a random physics object, he tells you that. But I'm lingering here because the level's terminal is actually down here. When you enter the building, you can go grab the terminal.
Vadamy's most recent and damaging blow to the UNSC was the fall of Reach. Oni has still not been able to fully determine how Vadamy located the planet, and once again, he caught us completely by surprise when his forces arrived in orbit and on the ground. Vadamy is responsible for over 1 billion total casualties and the loss of at least 7 human planets. His forces have defeated all UNSC counterattacks at the cost of 123 fleet vessels and over 23,000 personnel. And now with Reach lost, Oni and UNSC strategic AI report a 0% confidence that the Navy can stop Vadamy through traditional means. In the opinion of this investigator, Vadamy is the most dangerous Covenant military asset on the field. It's common knowledge that the Covenant have a significant technological advantage over the UNSC, but are sometimes inflexible in their tactics. This is not the case for Vadamy. We cannot predict what he'll do next, but given time, we fear he will dismantle all remaining UNSC strongholds. This agent's recommendation: immediate termination. If humanity wants to survive this war, we cannot do it with Vadamy on the field.
They're really building up that Vadamy guy, aren't they? Well, I'm sure it doesn't matter. Alright, for those of you who enjoy bonus footage, I also hope you will join me next time for Episode 4, The Arbiter. This, don't worry, this mission's a lot easier. I hope.